Welcome back to Movie Moshow. Today we are going to review the science fiction thriller film, In the Shadow of the Moon. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. In 1988, numerous people die in Philadelphia from simultaneous hemorrhages as their brains lose a lot of blood. Detective Holt, the brother-in-law of police officer Thomas Lockhart, together with Lockhart's partner Maddox, look into the matter. When Lockhart notices identical puncture marks on each victim, he comes to the conclusion that the deaths were related. Before passing away, the assault victim identified her attacker as a black woman with an injured hand. Lockhart and Maddox discover her with the same injuries. The culprit is located by Lockhart and Maddox, who pursue her into a subway, where she subdues Maddox. The suspect tells Lockhart information about his life, including the fact that his wife is about to give birth that day, when he confronts her. Just before a fight that ends with a train striking and killing her, she foresees her own demise. The police conclude the case despite being perplexed by the numerous unexplained elements. Lockhart's wife passes away during giving birth. In 1997, 9 years later, it appears a copycat starts another murdering spree. Lockhart, who now looks after his young daughter Amy as a detective, is unable to identify any apparent cause or link between the murders. Lockhart connects keys found in 1988 to a 1996 built airplane. A physicist named Naveen Rao argues that this is evidence of time travel, but Maddox and Lockhart disregard him. Lockhart is astonished to discover the identical suspect from 1988, who is still alive and has not aged, after following the copycat to an airstrip. She kidnaps Lockhart and accidentally kills Maddox, disclosing information about his past that she could not have known. She warns him off and then vanishes. In 2006, Lockhart is a private eye fixated on cracking the case, which he now thinks involves time travel and the missing Dr. Rao. Lockhart rarely communicates with the teenage Amy, who resides with Holt. When Lockhart contacts the victim's wife, she confesses that her husband led a white nationalist militia group, which was previously unrecorded as a victim from the 1988 killings. Lockhart approaches Holt with the hypothesis that the suspect is killing each terrorist group member while traveling across time, but Holt rejects the theory and demands that Lockhart seek mental health treatment. When Lockhart finds the ex-girlfriend of the white nationalist leader, she has been murdered by the suspect. Lockhart borrows Holt's badge and uses it to pose as a police officer. Before vanishing via a time machine, Lockhart chases the suspect and shoots her in the hand. As an unnoticed Rao looks on, Holt takes Lockhart into custody. Lockhart hears a voicemail from Amy in 2015 inviting him to attend the birth of her child while he waits for the woman on the beach. Suddenly, Rao abducts him. Rao acknowledges creating the device that allows the woman to remotely administer an injection that kills her victims. He claims that as of right now, he thinks her cause is legitimate and that she is simply killing people who served as motivation for a horrific event. Rhea, Amy's daughter and his granddaughter, is identified by the woman when Lockhart manages to get away from Rao and confronts her. Years later, when Rhea is an adult, Lockhart persuades her to accept the mission since the militia group's terrorism in 2024, when she was only 9 years old, started a new civil war. Every 9 years in reverse chronological sequence, Rhea travels backwards in time, injecting her targets with a remotely activated isotope in the back of the neck. She has not yet experienced the events of 2006, and her hand has not yet sustained damage. Lockhart admits to killing his own granddaughter in 1988 after becoming overcome with guilt about his role in her murder. He permits her to carry out her task because he believes her cause to be just. An elderly Rao initiates the injections after Rhea has disappeared into the past, killing Rhea's targets and erasing the terrorist strike and following civil war from history. In 2015, Lockhart rejoins his family and seizes the opportunity for a brand new future with his granddaughter. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.